But the real question, is he going to sign for us and improve our team that much? What's on, guys? Jay Hoyd back with you. Today, welcome back to episode number 4 of our Ducks franchise mode here on NHL 23. If you guys remember last episode, we kind of knew it was happening. Like, we were not expecting to do much last year at all. And then we ended up making the playoffs, and then we face off against Colorado, and of course, we get first round eliminated, which, like I said, was not a surprise by any feature of the imagination here. But we are here at the start of the off season, and we have some big decisions to make. We have some team to kind of build around, and we have some young talent that's already starring on our team. So before we get in, we mentioned it, I believe, in last video. I could be wrong, but let's go down here to the trade block. So if you guys remember correctly here, we'll move me back to the bottom. We signed Klingberg to an extension, so that's why he has so much trade value. We are going to try to trade him here at the draft. And then 2 other players that have kind of just like, to create some roster flexibility, get some salary cap, some salary off the books. We're going to try to trade Henrique and Silfverberg. And, I'd like to keep both of them. Obviously, we know what they can do, given their, them on a good team. But in this case, we need the flexibility. We can't be spending 11 million, if not a little bit more than 11 million in total on 2 fourth-line players. Like, we just cannot do that. So those 3 players are up on the trade block. And although I don't really want to get rid of any picks, we put surplus as 4th round plus future picks, just to see, hey, if they can give us a good deal, then we might be willing to get rid of some picks. So on the wants list, we have young forwards that basically can play in the NHL. Oh, I think that's above 80, 81 overall, something like that. And then young prospect forwards and defensemen along with all of the draft picks. But in order to get our team back on track, we have to start with the draft. So first things first, we're not going to do it quite yet, but I had to remember we have the 18th overall pick. But we are going to try to find trades for our players first. So we're going to try to get this trade to go through. A 2nd and a 4th is just a tad low. Can we have a bunch of 2nd round picks. We don't actually have a 7th this year. All right, well, let's go to the, we don't have stuff down here either. 7th there. All right, that should go through. A 2nd and a 4th for Henrique and a 7th. There it is. So that definitely creates some good flexibility for us. We're going to have to wait to try to trade Klingberg because this pick isn't going to go through. But let's go see what we can get for John Klingberg. So something I don't think I've ever seen before is a player like Klingberg that has this much trade value. When we try to trade him, there's no trades that pop up. That's a first. So maybe we'll trade him once free agency starts, and we'll go from there. But for now, let's try to get a good pick. All right, so our pick is up. We're on the clock, 18 overall, 18th overall. We do have some players we did go through and look through. So Stenberg here has a lot of A's and B's, and his ETA is 2 years. So that's kind of what drew me to him. Although we don't really need a center, he can also play left wing. So we got to keep that in mind. And it looks like there's nobody else around here that I saw that would make impact closer, near future. So let's get Stenberg here. I've never actually heard of him. I don't know if he's a real player or not. 69 overall, though. Top 6, medium potential. We'll take that. Let's move on. We got lots of picks. Oh, so we have back-to-back picks now. All right, let's see what we got here. 3 years. Teemu Selanne, that's a pretty good comparison. 3 years. This is the scout recommendation. Something we'll definitely have to do this offseason is get our scouts in order. Kuznetsov, 5 years. Defenseman, couple Bs here and there. Left wing, Gabrick. Okay. Well, we're going to hope it follows through with the similar style to Teemu Selanne. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Jesse. You on that squad? Okay, 64 overall, top 9 medium potential. We do have another pick here. And I didn't really find much that I really liked. I mean, do we just want to go with someone random? I mean, we got to go with somebody here. We got to try to develop some draft picks. 59 overall, top 9 medium. Probably should have traded that pick, honestly. But I know if you guys have seen any of my GMOs in the past, you know, usually once it gets past the 3rd round, we skip through it, get to the offseason, the re-sign stage, and try to find, you know, good players in the meantime. And that's probably what we'll do here. Unless we find someone good, we'll see you in the re-sign stage. So we have a chance to acquire Jake DeBrusk from the Boston Bruins. You guys know the Boston Bruins in real life. Obviously, they're doing very well for themselves. And if you look at their team, Brad Marchand and Taylor Hall are both ahead of him in the, you know, the lineup chart. So he probably wants to get a bigger role, and that's kind of what we want to give him. Although he probably, you know, jumped up and played on the second line there. We're going to try to give him a bigger role here in Anaheim. We have Silfverberg on there along with a 2nd round draft pick. This would be good, right? We get a good left wing, which definitely will help us out. And we also get rid of Silfverberg's contract and a 2nd round pick. It's for next year. And we also have we have 3 in total for next year. So I'm not really too upset with getting rid of one of them. So we're going to try to get this trade done. Will that go through? No. Okay. What if we just add in like a 7th? That works. Okay. They didn't say it was just a bit low, but we do end up acquiring Jake DeBrusk. We get rid of Silfverberg's contract, which is huge. So we were late in the draft, and we decided to poke around the rest of the NHL and see what else was out there, and he was one of them. Our next trade we're going to try to make is getting JT Compher from Colorado, a player that's a pending UFA this year, and we're going to try to acquire him because, once again, he is a player that is 3rd down in the depth chart. So we're going to try to get him. Hopefully we can get this to go through. Will it? 5th round pick? Yes. So we got rid of a right wing, we got a left wing, we got another right wing for only a 5th round draft pick. We will take that. So after a lot of work and a lot of getting rid of all of the just random dumb guys in the AHL, we sit here at July 1st, start of free agency, with some needs. That's for sure. So we re-signed pretty much everybody. The only ones that haven't signed yet are the RFAs. Some of them haven't yet. Some of them want a little bit more money that I kind of wanted to give them. Troy Terry being one of them. He wanted like $11 million or something, which was more than Zegras, and he was our superstar last year. So we did end up re-signing Zegras to like 8 years, like 9.25 mil, something like that. Everyone else, like Major, was re-signed, but now this time we need to get into free agency. We need to build our team. So Terry actually reduced his price. Interesting. So we'll try to give him a little bit more time just to try to get that number down a little bit more. Maybe even try to match it, right? So Zegras is 22. So now you want to have a reduced price? So 8 years would put him at 33. What if we do 6 years? 6 years at like, let's try that. So he reduced his price a lot. So, okay, what do we need? So we have all of our centers pretty much set. We actually have one too many centers with Zegras, McTavish, Strome, Lundstrom, and Grant. We have 5 centers. So one of those guys is definitely going to be moved to the wing. Not exactly sure which one yet. Left wings. Well, I guess let's look at centers. Is there anyone that I can't live without? I mean, obviously I can live without most of them, but is there somebody down here that would be on a really, really good deal? Young guy that I could throw in the AHL if he doesn't make the team. I mean, Jost if he fell, you know, in price, but not there really. Anything else? No, not really. Then we get down to 77. Yeah, no. Okay. So nothing really crazy there. You know, we need to sign some AHL depth, that's for sure. But for now, we're going to focus on our NHL team and figure out what we need. So the issue right now with our left wings is we have DeBrusk at an 84 overall. After him, we have Jones and Comtois, along with two younger guys that will most likely be in the AHL this year because they're not ready for the NHL. So I feel the need to sign at least one left wing. But who that is, on the other hand, is a different question. I'm not exactly sure. So let's look through all these guys, see who would fit best, and go from there. So far, these are the players we have reached out to for contracts. So Terry is one of our RFAs, along with C. White there, Colin White. Everyone else is a UFA. So Bertuzzi, try to fill in our top two left wing spot, whether him or DeBrusk is on the first or second line. Who knows? But we gotta get one. You know, we gotta get him first. Brandstrom, if we can get him, he's still young. He's definitely a power play threat. Definitely would be interested in him. Garner for a third line left defenseman, and then Zetterlund. Actually, he's the only one that's in RFA. We put in an offer on him for like $1.25 million. If we get him, great. If not, oh well, doesn't really affect us too much. No goaltenders so far, but we're going to sign some more AHL depth, or try to sign them, and then see which one of these guys makes our team. All right, first one, Gardner, no. White, he's an RFA with us, no. Okay, so Brandstrom does sign, so that's kind of big. Who else? Bowers, AHL. Bertuzzi, perfect. That was one of the bigger questions coming in, was can we get a bigger star like that? That's perfect. Add him to the list. So we are here in the preseason, all done with signings. Hopefully I unpaused the recording to show you guys who we actually signed and everything. But if not, you'll see it in the next video anyway. But we're going to have a few battles here in the preseason. We haven't got through all of them yet. We still need to call up some guys, you know, send some guys down temporarily just to get the appropriate guys up here in the NHL. It would be nice if we had a unlimited roster for the preseason, and then you had to be down to under 23 for opening night. Would be great. You know, hopefully eventually you can do that, where you can have all of your, you know, however many players you want that are in consideration for the for your NHL team, that you could have those on the roster. It would definitely help out rather than keeping that 23 roster max when you have, I couldn't even tell you, probably 30 total guys that could make the lineup this year and make the team for the regular season. So we're going to be having a preseason battle behind the scenes, but until next episode and the regular season starts, that's going to do it for today's video. If you haven't yet, or if you're brand new here, make sure to subscribe, turn those post notifications on so you never miss an upload, and don't forget, you can always change your mind later. But with all that being said, guys, we'll see you in the next one.